Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Catmaster 5. No, still not. Um, I'm playing World of Warcraft at the moment. I'm not recording the screen because it makes my PC go, "Ooh, this is too much for me." So I decided to show you these cats while I do some flower farming. Yes. I wanted to talk a bit about World of Warcraft. I just purchased it's not a purchase, it's like a contract. You can get Diablo for free if you make some sort of contract to keep a 1 year abonnement of World of Warcraft running. And I said to myself, well, I wanted to play Diablo 3 anyways, so I would have bought it anyways. Paid $60 most likely because video games are fucking expensive in Germany. And a 1 year abonnement of a subscription of World of Warcraft costs $130 euro, sorry. So I was like, and I get a free mount, which usually costs 20 euro with the cash shop. So, paying 80 bucks or six, I would have paid six. I usually don't buy these mounts in the cash shop, but I don't give a fuck. So $60 for a game, and I would still most likely play World of Warcraft at least for 6 months in next year, or just pay $130 over the course of a year, which you most likely had paid anyways, and get Diablo for free. It was a no-brainer. So, um, World of Warcraft. The common complaint about this game is people being like, the graphics suck so hard. And oh, look at these new games, and they are so awesome. And look at the graphics, and oh, it's so high-res. Do you know why World of Warcraft has such a huge user base? Because you can play it on a fucking toaster. Do you know why I don't play Age of Conan? Because it doesn't run on my PC. I played Warhammer, not 40k, but Warhammer, the MMO. It was horrible. It didn't play properly. And I don't feel like playing a lot if I'm having a freaking dire show. Sure, people can say, well, you can always upgrade your PC and stuff, and it's your fault that you have this oldish PC and I'm like, why should I? Most of the time I'm playing games from GOG, so I don't really need a super hyper power PC. And so, and honestly, I hate it when people put a game down because of graphics. I mean, Minecraft is the best example of it. You don't need good graphics for a good game. The gameplay must be enjoyable. Sure, if you don't like MMOs, you will not like World of Warcraft. But if you don't like something, then you most likely won't play it. So that's a moot point. I don't like racing games, and guess what? I don't play racing games, no matter what good graphics they have or something. And I never sat down and was like, wow, this game has so awesome graphics, but the gameplay sucks so unbelievably hard, it makes my eyes bleed, but I have to carry on playing because the graphic is just so good. Mwah. No, no, I really don't. I really don't, and I don't understand people. Sure, it's nicer to have nice graphics, but I think the game should run smooth gameplay owns good graphics, in my opinion. Every time I play a FPS or something, the first thing I do is put the graphics down, because I kind of prefer to be able to move fast instead of, wow, this lightning looks so awesome. Oh, I'm dead again because I have like 4 FPS. That sucks a little bit. Anyways, that's the biggest complaint people have about this game, and I don't understand it. Especially people who don't play this game. I'm like, wow, there are really people who hate people who play World of Warcraft, or who think people who will play World of Warcraft are the biggest scum of the earth. And I'm like, do we really need this? I mean, there's so much hate going on in this world. Sexism, racism, whatever ism. We don't need gayism or MMOism or whatever. There was someone who was like, wow, Guild Wars is so much better than World of Warcraft. More. Then go and play Guild Wars. I tried out Guild Wars. It wasn't my game. I didn't really care for it, so I didn't play it anymore. And I played a lot of MMOs, and for some reason I always come back to World of Warcraft. Mostly because the controls are intuitive, and I kind of feel used to it. And nowadays I wouldn't start a MMO without someone, at least someone playing. I had a lot of fun playing Lord of the Rings with my best friend, but just two people, and not many people were playing this game. This is the biggest problem with MMOs nowadays. Sure, a company needs, I think, 200,000 people, also subscribers, and an MMO is profitable. That's what I always find funny when people are like, "Oh, World of Warcraft lost 900,000 subscribers this year. Ooh, it's dying." No, it's not. I mean, I fucking played EverQuest 1 a few weeks ago, and it's still running after what, 14 years or something? Holy, people are stupid. It wasn't 14 years, but a long time. EverQuest is running so for a long time, and it's still going. I mean, I think even Ultima Online is still going. So MMOs usually go nowhere. There are very few MMOs that I heard that really went bankrupt. I think there was, I don't know. And yeah, I really don't understand people who hate World of Warcraft because of the graphics. I mean, it's either not your cup of tea, or if you like MMOs, then you will most likely like World of Warcraft. Unless you are like, oh, I prefer PvP games, like 4 people in this world or something. Then you, sure. I don't know. It's my cup of tea. I like it. Even if I quitted it a lot, oftentimes I quitted World of Warcraft. I was like, this is boring. I'm quitting now. 2 months later, I was back. Mostly because I was like sitting here. I don't really feel like playing, and I want to play with some people again. That's the problem with GOG games. There are usually no multiplayer games on there. And I was like, okay, I play some World of Warcraft again, play with my best friend and some other friends. So, and one thing I wanted to say, the thing is, um, it's a, well, it's kind of about MMOs, but a totally different topic. It goes into feminism, sexism again, one of my favorite topics. People usually they only mention negative stuff. So if something positive or nothing at all happens, they don't mention it. So people get the impression that only negative things like happen somewhere or on MMOs. And I read a lot of blogs or heard of people who were like, oh, I play a female character, or well, I am a woman and I'm playing a female character. Um, and people are always hitting on me, and they gave me presents even though they didn't know I was a guy, or well, and they knew I was female, or whatever. Always negative stuff, and people were like, "Oh, you bitch!" Just because you're female. I never had that. I'm playing World of Warcraft now since release. It's almost 7 years, and I only play female characters. Of course, when I'm in a guild, I usually say, "Guy, yo, I'm usually a guy." You you may hear it when I'm in TeamSpeak. I hope. But even in random groups or something, I never had this problem. I never had someone calling me a bitch or something. Or people going up to me and giving me free stuff just because I play a female character. I'm not saying that those people on the blogs are lying. I'm not saying that. I'm pretty sure it happened to them. But the thing is that only those people complain. There's usually no. My best friend always plays a female character too, and nothing happened to him either in that regard. So, I don't know. It's just a thing that I think the how do I put it? Say it. The idea or the perception of this topic is kind of skewed because, like I said, only those people who have something to complain mention it that and are complaining, and those that never had this problem they don't say anything because they are quite happy. It's the same with if you read a forum or something, even World of Warcraft. Only those people who complain say something. There is never a thread like, "Oh, I'm quite happy with this game. It's so awesome," because they are happily playing the game and are happy playing it and stuff, and they are not like, "Whoa, so awesome." I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I said, like always, I have no script or something. I just felt like talking a bit about World of Warcraft. Today they announced the next expansion. I'm quite looking forward to it. It looks really awesome. And what I really like is this more shift again to casual playing because frankly, even though I play a lot, if I can play, I wouldn't say that I'm a hardcore player. That's another thing that kind of pisses me off. There are always news and people and the newspaper, usually the media, is like, oh, if you play more than 2 hours per day a video game, then you are addicted to video games and you should seek counseling and help and something. But it's totally okay to sit in front of TV for 5 hours, 8 hours per day and watch mindless shit, and that's totally fine. But ooh, if you play a video game, I don't know. I have if I have free time, I have contact with people, and it's kind of okay with me. I can have interaction with people, and I don't necessarily have to wear pants doing it. I kind of like this. I really like this idea. I don't know. Sure, my best friend lives 2 hours away from me. I can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to visit you now." But if we want to do something together, we can do something together via video games. Okay, sometimes we watch video on via stream or something and be like, "Oh," talk about Skype over it. It's always funny. But I don't know. This whole if you play more than 2 hours you're addicted. I don't get it. I work 8 hours a day. I'm addicted to work now. I mean, you have to do something in your free time. It's not like I'm sitting at work. Oh, I have to play World of Warcraft now. No, but I have no other hobbies. I'm not I'm not a reader. If I read, then think, well, I might as well read a book about software engineering, and I usually don't feel like reading a book about software engineering because I do software engineering 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, depending. So, hmm, hmm, no, I don't know. The only thing that kinda, I wouldn't say bothers me, but it's kind of annoying is the weights are like you need to have 10 people, otherwise nothing works. This was kind of different in EverQuest. In EverQuest you could throw 100 people against the boss and he just died. But you don't have that in World of Warcraft. You have your 10-man weights, your 25-man weights, and if you don't have 10 men, then you most likely have a problem. The other thing is, if you have 11 people, then one has to sit out, and But I think they want to change this with the next expansion. I have no idea how, but I don't know. Like I said, they kind of shift towards a more casual, friendly thing. For example, random weights. You don't really have to look. You don't need to have a full group or something. You can just be like, oh, I feel like waiting now and queue up for some random weights, and you can play with people from different servers, and it's kinda interesting. I'm looking forward to that because then I can be like, oh, it's Wednesday, 9 p.m. and I don't feel like doing anything, so I might as well wait a bit. I don't know. I will see how this works out. Other than that, I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to the next expansion, even though I don't feel like informing myself for it. Don't know. At the moment, I'm playing with 3 friends. We have a twinking. Twinking is if you have a low-level character and you kind of give him some good equipment, and there's something called heirloom items in World of Warcraft now. You buy them with your main character, and these things level with your character. So at level 1, you have a staff that gives you 3 spell power, which is not much, but for level 1 it's quite a lot. But if you level 10, then it gives you 9 spell power, something like that. So it levels with your character. It's kind of nice. So we have this almost full set of this stuff. You can have shoulders, helmet, chest, and um, a back item and a weapon. No? So we are 4 people, and we're just doing random dungeons. It's quite awesome because it's quite a fast way to level, and you get good gold with it. It's kind of fun. Other than that, looking forward to get this character to max level. I'm playing a priest, by the way. I felt like healing, so I'm the healer. My best friend is the tank, and we have 2 other guild mates who are the damage dealer, hunter, and another warrior. Yes, warrior can be tanks and damage dealers. And I don't know. I like this game. Tricky tweet. At the moment there's Halloween. World of Warcraft everywhere, there are pumpkins and stuff, and you can go to inns and get some sweets. And of course there's achievements. There's always achievements in video games now. I don't get this achievement thing, and I'm usually against achievements. I have one character, my kinda main character, which is a paladin. I always play paladins, or paladin-like classes. And she, over the course of a year, there are several of these events. There's one at Christmas. There's one at Valentine's Day, stuff like that. And if you do all the achievements during these days, you get a dragon mount. It's quite cool. Or it's a drake more, a proto drake. I like it. I have it. I'm happy. One thing I want to talk about, which is nothing to do with World of Warcraft, but kind of gaming in general now, are DLCs. And I have to say, I don't understand why people buy DLCs. I mean, if the DLC is, how to put it? You have a game, let's say FPS shooter, multiplayer. You have 10 maps for it. The game costs $60. Now they release a new map. You have to pay $10 for it. then I don't get it. Because you pay quite a lot for one map. Uh, I don't know. This whole, that's how to put it, because I can understand DLCs that come with time, like Dragon Age, where you have a certain new mission or something, or side quest you can buy, which usually, one time it was like $15 for the side mission, which was 45 minutes long. For $15 you can go to the cinema and be happy for 1.5 hours. And most of the time DLCs have no aren't worth the price you have to pay, because if I pay 1/10 of the price of the game, I kind of want 1/10 of the game. So, like with Oblivion, if I buy something there, it should also be enhance the game quite a bit. No idea how to put it. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm tired. But what always pisses me off is if a game isn't even released yet and they announce DLCs on release. It's like screaming, well, we had this thing in game, but we decided you have to pay extra for them. Like paying $5 for a new costume in Final Fantasy. But there must be a market, because I'm pretty sure people are buying this shit, because otherwise they wouldn't produce it. And that's what I don't understand. If I don't know, somebody told me when I was playing Dungeon Master, well, if you pay €5 or mark at this time, then you can have 2 more champions. And I would have been like, what? What? You're kidding, right? Or, ooh, you can buy the exclusive pack so the mummies look much cooler and different. And yeah, I'm not going to pay for that. But nowadays people are like, wow, you can buy a huge amount of crap for $10, and I'm going to buy this because I am a stupid idiot. I don't know. I'm sorry if somebody bought a DLC. I hope it was worth it. I'm not saying that every DLC is not worth it. I was watching Lord Cat stream, and he was playing this Castlevania thing on Xbox Live Arcade, and there was a DLC for it, which was like 30%. Well, the game was $15, and the DLC was $5, but it added 1/3 of the main game. Like, I think 3 new characters, 1 new level, and stuff like that. So that's kinda okay. That's, in my opinion, well, not okay. For example, the armor DLC of Oblivion. I don't know why people buy this. I really don't. I don't understand it. Not to mention, later on, if you want to buy the full game with all the DLCs, it's going to cost $100 or something. And I don't know. But I also don't understand this hate about second-hand games. I mean, I can understand that they want people to buy their games first-hand and not pirate it or something. But this whole second-hand thing, I mean, it works for other kind of uh, things. I don't know. Just imagine you couldn't resell your car once you bought it. I'm pretty sure nobody would buy a car anymore. But with games, I'm pretty sure there are people who like, well, I will buy this game for $60, but because I know I can resell it when I'm done in 3 days for $30 on eBay. And if you are like, well, I can't resell it, so I probably won't buy it in the first place, or I'll wait until it's cheaper. I don't know. I don't understand this stuff nowadays. Oh, I don't mind online activation. I don't mind having to make an account somewhere as long as they don't be like, oh, you have to enter your personal address now because we want to visit you at night or something. I mean, making a small account and it's kind of okay. I don't know. Gaming changed a lot for the worse, in my opinion. Nowadays, it's all about, well, yes, it was all about graphics. Uh, in the past, people tend to forget this, but they there was some sort of gameplay attached to these things, and not like, well, I don't know how to say, I don't know how to explain it. Let's take Wage, for example. I watched Yatsi's review of it, and he was like, well, there's 4 DVDs in the game, and it has less content than a game released 1 year ago on one DVD, and it's always all about graphics now, and I'm kind of going full circle now. Graphics don't make a game. Sure, I wouldn't buy an $60 title nowadays if it looks like Minecraft. But if you might be able to cut down on graphics a little bit and make the games perhaps a little bit cheaper. And not to mention you have a much wider audience. That's what I don't get. I mean, I think there are 4 people in the whole world who can play Crisis 2 on max details and stuff. I'm pretty sure these 4 people are pretty excited when the game came out, but all the other people were like, well, I didn't spend $5,000 on an Alienware PC, so I can't play this game in full graphic mode, but, kinda stupid. Again, take World of Warcraft. If they, uh, I think they made a survey once about what kind of PCs or computers the player have that actually play World of Warcraft, and it was horrendous. It was people are really playing on a enhanced toaster. I mean, my computer is not bad. It can play World of Warcraft quite fluently, but then again, I think the Germans have a higher hardware. Usually have better hardware using the computer. I once read an article about PC and gaming and hardware stuff, and they were like, well, the average PC in the US, I'm sorry if it's not true, I'm just citing what the article said. The average PC in the US, gaming PC in the US, wouldn't even run as a email server in Germany. So I don't know if it's true. I'm pretty sure people will be like, "Whoa, I have a awesome PC. What are you talking about?" Well, you are not the average. You are, well, for every good PC that there is, if the average is right, if the article is right about the average, somebody has a much crappier PC. Like, ooh, I have a Pentium 1 and I want to play this game now. I cannot play the games they sell on GOG. I don't understand why. I don't know. Gaming, like I said, really changed, and I'm honest with you guys, girls, and whatever. I don't like these changes. I don't like this dumping down, making everything way too easy. I mean, I don't mind making stuff more accessible, but there's a difference between accessible and retardedly easy. Like, I really don't need a game like, for example, Ultima again, where I just I never finished the Ultima game because I barely played them. But take Spoonie for example, and his retrospective of these Ultima games, he mentioned some kind of weird solutions, and you have to give some random person somewhere 500 gold, so he tells you something you need to know in order to advanced. But nobody in the whole game is mentioning this, so stuff like that kind of just made the games longer in a cheap way. Or taking, for example, adventures like King's Quest. I doubt anybody would play a game nowadays that was really like King's Quest, where, oh, you have to enter and leave this particular screen several times until some random event happens where you need a certain item. In order to get another item, you need to solve a quest. No, people don't want this anymore. No, I don't think so. I think it's more about instant gratification nowadays, which is kind of, it's so. It can be good, it can be bad. I kind of wish I had another modernish game. I'm looking forward to Legend of Grimrock, by the way. I kind of wish they had I don't know. Why can't they just add a casual mode in RPGs, for example, where you get a pre-rolled character, you just choose, do you want to be a fighter, a mage, or a thief? And then the game does all the stuff for you, kinda, and you just play for the story. And then add an enhanced mode, where you can min-max your stats and choose whatever you feel like, and I don't know. Then again, RPGs nowadays are just about talking anyways, so I don't know, I never had so much dialogue in a video game. Like, what did he actually say? There are 9 novels in Dragon Age 1 of dialogue? Who the fuck reads 9 novels? I mean, come on. I want to play a game. In my opinion, cutscenes and these dialogue trees totally get you out of the immersion of the game, because you have to choose what the developers tell you to do. You can't just be like, I don't know how to say it. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm beating this guy up now because he's threatening me. No, you have to talk with him, and if you attack him, even though he just called you a come guzzling whore, then you are an evil person, and how dare you attack this poor fellow? People being like, I don't know, oh, there's a group of 4 people, I'm alone, I'm talking crap about them, in their face. That's not a smart move, I can tell you that. I don't go up to a bunch of skinheads and be like, you guys are assholes, because they most likely beat me to a bloody pulp of nothing. And that's kind of what I don't like at RPGs nowadays. All this blah 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 blah, nothing happening. I kinda like my dungeon crawls. Going to a dungeon and killing stuff and solving riddles and that. I don't know. My roommate chatting with me. She's playing World of Warcraft too. She's one of the gamer girls. What is she doing? Nexus. A second. She got the legendary quest with her twink? What the fuck? Crazy. Where was I? Yes, she's one of the gamer girls. Another thing that kind of pisses me off about people and everywhere are like those who like, girls cannot play video games, and oh, they're so often I always love the argument when I'm in the random group and there is a woman in that group, then they are most of the time below me in damage, healing, tanking, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but then perhaps you are just a better player, because if you're like number one, then you have at least 5 people below you in the damage. 4 of these might be guys, and one might be a girl. So, why exactly are women bad in video games if you beat 4 guys in the same? I don't. I can honestly say it's kind of mixed bag. I saw really bad guys and really bad girls, but I also saw really women who played quite good, and there's also guys who played quite good. So, take my roommate for example. She's a very good player, but then I had some other player that weren't as good, male and female. So I don't understand this. I don't understand this logic. Even especially this whole women are playing video games too. I would be happy to. Uh, I'm quite happy to have some interaction in game with uh both sexes. I don't know. That's one thing I don't like about my guild I'm in. We have just guys in there, and it's kinda creepy in a strange way. No, but still, I don't. I never had problems with having uh, both gender in a guild or in a raid. It's like, why bother? I could carry on this topic, but I won't, because then I will just get mad again, because there are some things that kind of piss me off about certain topics, and I'm not going to rant about this because I kind of want to keep my blood pressure low. At the moment, I'm I'm not going to talk about this. I can talk about this some other time, and I have some results. I've been talking for 40 minutes. I should have recorded Let's Play because I have nothing for tomorrow. That's one problem with last weekend. This whole visiting my parents kinda threw me off my usual schedule, and it may happen that I have to work next weekend. So I hope I don't have to. I hope I can do a huge backlog during the week. I should be done soon with Realms of Arcania 3. I'm really looking forward to this. When I'm done with Realms of Arcania 3, then I will finish up Fatal Frame and Realms of the Haunting, and I will finish off both of these Let's Plays before I go and play, well, Might and Magic 7, because I kind of want to have everything gone when I start playing Might and Magic 7, because this is a very huge game, and I kinda want to get just focus on this game for now, for the first few months until I well, months, weeks, until I have a huge backlog. It's a lot easier just playing one game and recording just one game, because otherwise I'm always like, oh, I have to play 1 hour this game, 1 hour that game, another hour this game, and you have to remember what you've done in this and that a particular game, and not to mention you don't really progress a lot, and it's kind of what kind of pissing me off at the moment. I kind of want to just sit down and play Worlds of Arcania for the next 5 hours, so the game is done. I don't have to bother with it anymore. Same with Realms of the Haunting. I really enjoy playing Realms of the Haunting, but I kinda want to finish this Let's Play because it's been dragging on now for quite some time. I kinda miss uploading for 1 hour per day, and I can't really say it improved my view count, just uploading one video per day. I didn't really get a lot of feedback in that regard, so I have no idea if people are like, oh, I really hate this change, or, well, not to mention, at the moment I couldn't keep up with recording 7 hours at a weekend. Perhaps when this priest is 85 and end equipped, I might have some more free time, or as soon as people lose interest in leveling these jars. But for now, I will keep this 20-hour limit. I really wanted to record a lot during my vacation, but for some reason I didn't. I didn't at all. I didn't feel like sitting down and recording. I kind of felt more like sleeping a lot. Well, anyways, I can talk about my German channel a bit. My German channel didn't really meet my expectations, to be honest. I have 41 subscribers there, and I barely get any. I think of these 41, 40 are like from this channel when I announced the German channel. And I barely get new ones. And I don't even have time. It would mean that I have to record a fourth game now, and I really don't want to record a fourth game at the moment. Perhaps when I'm playing some Might and Magic for the first weeks, I might get some another Let's Play done on that channel, but for now, don't expect anything there. What do I get? Ooh, quite a lot of new stuff. I like it. What do I get? A piece of shit. Mysterious tarot card. Ooh. That's not worth a lot. That's not worth a lot. I'm leveling inscription at the moment. And usually these things you can create are worth quite a bit of money. It's quite nice to... Ooh, that's worth a lot. Undercut. I want. Corruption. Is that a lot? I guess I will go with this one. Yes. It's worth 12 more. What was the one that was worth quite a lot? Fucking stupid. I also have to record my carry on recording my 1K sub special at the weekend. I have no idea when I will do this. That's the problem. We will see. We will see. I should actually put this as one of the parts, but I won't. Be cheating because I didn't play it out like that. What was the one that was a bit Pyroblast? Yes, Pyroblast is worth quite a bit. Let's create 5 of these. One to returns yellow. No, it turns yellow. Wait. Bing bong bong. I'm getting so much stuff. So much stuff. Ferocious bite. Yeah. Also, it was a lot. I need money. It's a problem because I usually play hard. 40 hard. But at the moment I'm playing Alliance, and I don't really have any money on this character, and it's kind of pissing me off. Grief of Psychic Scream. That's nice. Screaming psychically. Where did you go? Yeah. Okay. I can make quite a lot of money now, I hope. Let's see, let's go to the auction house, auction of the stuff I have. And then I will most likely end this part. That looks like a crappy rope. Oh well. I might do a Q&A video for my 1K special. It's planned for 4 parts, even though one part will have multiple subparts. You will see why when I upload it. But I might do a Q&A. So if you have some questions you feel like asking, I honestly don't care what kind of questions. I will answer them all. Because if people want to know some strange stuff, then they want to know some strange stuff. I don't really care. And the worst thing that can happen is I really don't want to answer this question. So, we will see, shall we? So like I said, if you have some questions burning under your skin, you can just ask away. And yeah, I put all of them. Okay, I have everything now in my quest log. How much is this worth? 19. Oh well, great option. So, yeah. If you have some questions, ask them. It would be nice if you sent them me via PM, so I have more overview on the questions. You can ask me multiple questions. Depending, of course, on how many I get. Usually 5. I will answer them all. If I don't mention one of your questions, then don't be like, "He hates me." No, I don't. I don't. If I just didn't have the time, I will try to keep it at 1 hour, depending, of course, on the questions I get. Anyways, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see each other soon. So take care and goodbye.